Hello friends! Welcome to Storytime again, as usual. So, it's going to be another different story time. Always trying to do something different, right? Well, today we are going to have guests and going to go on a journey. But first, let's start with the story. Some of you may remember the very first time Scufflemoss did a story time. He read a story called Goodnight Vader, and we are going to read it again, but this time it's going to be good. So, let us begin. Yawning is the path to bedtime. Yawning leads to weariness. Weariness leads to lying down. Lying down leads to sleep. There's Yoda, he's talking about that. Goodnight Vader by Jeffrey Brown. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Episode 8 p.m. Bedtime. Lord Vader rules the galaxy while attempting to rule his children, Luke and Leia Skywalker. He has commanded them to go to bed, but they have other ideas. Luke, Leia, join me, and you will complete your bedtime.
No! Why do we have to go to bed?
If only they knew the power of sleep.
Read us a story. Yes.
As you wish. There is Vader and Luke and Leia. Let's see, you don't want to skip a page. There we go, good. It's hard to sleep if you're annoyed. Now, it's time to shut down each droid. And C-3PO said, if I may say so, I merely commented that a perfectly acceptable blah 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 blah. For me, that is what it says. Shutting down the droids. Droids go to sleep too. You go to sleep. When Jar Jar puts on his PJs for bed, he always ends up with a bonk on his head. Because he is the worst character in the Star Wars universe. These are the facts. Dexter's Diner is quiet with few patrons in sight. Soon it will be time to turn off the light. Dexter is an alien from one of the stories or the Star Wars films. Perhaps you remember him. Sebulba races to always be the best when he gets his beauty rest. Sebulba is probably the best pod racer. Poor Darth Maul is pacing long into the night. He's wide awake and can't sleep, try as he might. Because the thing that Darth Maul does best is pace. Just back and forth until he gets cut in half. Padme is tired after too many galas, so sleep is quite welcome for Queen Amidala. Spoiler alert, Padme is Queen Amidala. It takes a long time, in fact, nothing takes longer for battle droids to say good night to each other, because they say Roger Roger over and over and over again. Everyone needs recognition, right? Ahsoka, the Padawan, is not ready for bed, but she drifts off to sleep when she lays down her head. Ahsoka did not appear very much in the films, but she was in the Clone Wars saga. It's time on Kashyyyk for all the Wookiees, so now they climb to sleep up in the trees. Like that. Getting ready for bed, General Grievous is done. 4 times faster than anyone. If you had 4 arms, you would be able to brush your teeth, comb your hair, wash your face, and go to the bathroom at the same time. It's excellent. In the arena, it's always a fight to settle the creatures down for the night. Anakin killed them all. The archives are silent. The Jedi are sleeping. Jocasta can now rest her eyes after reading, like all librarians. The raiders, they sleep. The days roaming a chore. When outside, the pampas contentedly snore. Do you remember the raiders? Yes, they go, oh, 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 oh! Those guys. Ben goes to bed early. He's very wise. He sets his alarm for a bright early rise. Old Ben, always doing the right thing. The Jawas have all gone inside for the night. But now they arrive. Oh, they will argue who should turn off the light. And usually that will include a Utini or two. It's too hard to sleep for Han Solo and Chewie in this wretched hive of scum and villainy. Caretaker have a ringtone that goes do 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 do. Bounty hunters tuck in, all ready and set, except for young Boba and his dad, Jango Fett. Here are all the bounty hunters, and here is Jango and Boba. He says, I need a drink. No, go to sleep. Read me a story. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm still hungry. It is getting too real. It's easy to sleep in Cloud City Gleaming, where Lando and Lobat lie peacefully dreaming. That look nice. Nice little sleep. Good night, Falcon. Sleep tight. Don't let this space slug bite. Remember that scene? Scufflemoss does. It's time for bed for Yoda. All the swamp of Dagobah. There is rest he need. Sleep is good. The sons of Tatooine have set in the west. It's time for Sarlacc to sleep and digest. The Sarlacc ate Boba Fett. More spoilers. Some say he survived. Or maybe he's still digesting. All through the night, Jabba's place is a roar. The party's too loud for the sleeping Rancor. At Jabba's palace. Cool. Too noisy outside for baby Ewoks. It's best when the Empire has been silenced with rocks. Drop it on their heads, they go to beds. It's hard to be cozy when living in trash. But he gets tired. Dialga will crush. It is that weird creature that tried to get Leia, Luke and Han when they were in the Death Star. Near the Emperor's bedroom, guards hear noise from within, as Palpatine talks in his sleep once again.
No, it is you who are gravely mistaken.
That would be a weird thing to say in your sleep. The fleet goes to bed, asleep in the stars. Except, not just yet, for one hungry Akbar. It's a snack! Oh. Good night, Death Star. Death Star go to sleep too. But it is not actually alive. It is being put into standby mode. So now Vader is asleep. He go, I think Dad's asleep. again. Good night, Luke. Good night, Leia. Good night, Darth Vader. Here they are. They asleep. Good. And that is it. So thank you, Jeffrey Brown. Wonderful story. And now we have a guest for you. So, without further ado, please welcome Chase McCutcheon of Old Man Oblivion. He's here to talk about the new EP. So, Chase, come. Sit on chair.
Alright. Well, thanks for having me, Scuffles. It's always a pleasure. So, first off, we have these available. Shameless self-promotion. Gotta do it. So we have a new EP that just came out titled Diurnal Course. It's 3 songs. It's an instrumental EP. First song is called Dawn. Second song is called Anxiety the Musical. And the third song is called Sunset Solenoid. It's basically a concept, though it is instrumental, there is a story behind it. Basically, it's like it's the story of a typical day of someone dealing with anxiety, where you have dawn, where it's like the beginning of the day, and it starts off kind of mellow, and then it kind of builds up. And you have Anxiety the Musical, where it's like, oh my god, anxiety, and then you have Sunset Solenoid, which has like a really sinister sounding ending, where it's like going into the nighttime, and it's more spooky and whatnot, which is actually the song that y'all are going to hear at the end of the video. It's got a very kind of 80s sound to it, so the guys have me partially to thank for that, because I love my 80s. But we have a lot of big things coming. I know that's super cliche to say big things coming soon, but there are a lot of really cool things coming soon. We're actually working on new material. It's way more melodic, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Y'all are really going to love it. So everybody on the EP is Victor Moran on bass. We programmed drums, but Nick Giordano had a lot to do with actually writing the drum parts. And there was me on guitar, Jake Briggs on guitar, and Drew Savell. And I did a lot of the recording and editing, and Jeremy did pretty much all the mixing. We kind of all pitched in ideas and whatnot, but it was pretty much Jeremy that did that. It took about 6-7 months to record it. A little bit of background on it. We just used an Axe-Fx and Logic and Superior Drummer 3. And I know it's super boring technical stuff that no one cares about, but yeah, it's a really cool EP. It's available on iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever it is you get your music from, you can get it there. We're also selling them for $5, t-shirts for $10, and we can also, if you buy a t-shirt, you get an EP for free, so you get both for $10. We're running a little bit of a deal on those because we just want a lot of people to have them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my plug. Thanks for having me again, Scufflemoss. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Chase. And now, Franz, join Scufflemoss on a journey through Sunset Solenoid. Let's go. Welcome back, friends. Hope you enjoyed your journey with Old Man Oblivion on Sunset Solenoid from their new EP. Don't forget to check them out on all of those places that she said. You know, iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp too. So friends, until next time, get some sleep. Keep on scuffling.